We will now explain how to enter a new homeowner into Maximizer. First, make sure you're on the address book on the left. So you should show the address book view. Then next to the new, there's a drop-down arrow. Hit the drop-down arrow and hit New Individual. Then the basic information will come in. I have the information in front of me, so I will enter their name. Do first name, last name, and then their address. City, state, zip, and then say OK. Now you see their information on here. In this case, we need to know what the next file number is. In this case, it's file DLP12. So we will go down to the bottom right corner, choose user-defined fields, and we need to enter some of the basic information. So click on User-Defined Fields tab. In the box, right-click with your mouse and hit Add User-Defined Field. In this case, you can do multiple entries at one time. We're going to enter reference number, which is the file number, next step, unit status, and occupancy. Assessments, because we know this, and in this case, there's no alternate mailing address, so we will not click that. Simply say OK and answer the questions. File number DLP 12. Say OK. Next step, initial next step is always prepare demand. So we would click prepare demand. Say OK. Unit status from a new owner, if we've never spoken out to them or spoken to them, is initial contact. So say OK. Occupancy at this point we do not know, so we'll do question mark for unknown. And the assessment balance is $235 a month. And you want to make sure you include the decimals and say OK. So now you can see, I'll sort by file number inverted. You can see across the top we now have the address, next step prepare demand, initial contact. I can actually widen the column out here to see it better, and occupancy. Now the demand letter is going to be entered today. And we need to know the figures for the demand letter. So to make this bigger, I'll increase the screen. And we will now add more fields for the demand letter. In this case, we scroll down, and we're going to click on demand letter. The assessment balance, this whole section here is for demand letter, which we'll do on the initial setup. The balance due are collection fees, the total, and end of month date. End of month date is just a field that gets filled in the letter. So in this case, the demand letter, we're going to do today's date, which is April 3rd. You always want to do 2 digits for the month, 2 digits for the day, and 4 digits for the year. Say OK. The balance due, which we had completed here in Whopper in a previous lesson, you'll see the total balance due is $552.53. Oops, I'm in the wrong person. Let me close this. Is $1,174.35. Make sure you add the comma with the decimals. The collection fees is $150 in this example. Demand total due. Actually, I entered the wrong figure before, but we can correct that. Not a perfect example. $1,174.35. That's the total demand due. And the month date is, since we're in April, will be April 30, 2012. And actually what we're going to do now is, which is demand assessment balance due, is actually the balance minus the collection fee, which will be filled into the letter. So let me just do simple math. Let me correct, 1,024.35. And now we have the initial setup for a new owner.